Tristan, can you believe it?
I know. I can't.
First question for you of the night.
Yeah.
How will Conan do as a host?
I think he's going to do really good.
I'm
I
a big
think,
Conan fan.
yeah, he's awesome. He's a
Yeah.
great late night host. I think definitely one of the best, especially of recent year, but probably of all time.
But we're the awards addicts. That was an awful intro. I don't know why I started off with the Conan question. We're the awards addicts. I'm Kyle. That's Tristan. We
Yes.
are talking about final Oscar predictions. This is a prediction show. This is where we're ending it. If you want to do well in your Oscar poll, you have to listen to us. We have the sauce. We have the sauce.
We have the substance, as you can say.
As you can see, pump it up. We're pumping it up in this podcast right now. It's
Yes,
gonna
we
be a
are.
fun episode. Tristan, how are you feeling about this Oscar show in general? We are talking about Conan, but how are you feeling just in general?
Really good. I think there was a point in the season where the looming possibility of Amelia Perez winning was, you know, there. And we both of us, neither of us hate Amelia Perez like everyone else does, but I think that would leave kind of like a bad taste, just considering how many great movies um, are competing this season. And I think that now that we know that Best Picture is probably between two movies that aren't Amelia Perez, I think it makes it a little easier to um, it makes it feel more like a celebration. Um, and I think that this is just a really unpredictable season for the most part. I feel like we're going to see quite a few surprises on Oscar night. And I have just really enjoyed talking about the season with you, watching the ups and downs. I've
Yeah.
been super invested in this crop of Best Picture nominees. Like I really love a good handful of them. So I've really liked this season. It's a high point for me.
This season has been awful and evil, but there's only been a great light at the end of the tunnel, and that's been you, Tristan. And
Wait, I thought you liked this season. I thought you were
I mean, I enjoy a drama, but
yeah.
come on, I'm tired. Every time by the end of any Oscar season, I'm like, by like mid-February, we need to bring back the Oscars to the second week of February,
Yeah.
like the weekend after Super Bowl, like back when it was like in 2018. Because like at this point, I'm like so done with it. I don't want to keep no.
You just want to talk about next season.
I know, I can't wait. Which, by the way, guys, are not the episode next because next episode would be our Oscar reactions, but
Yes.
the episode after, very soon, our early Oscar predictions for 2026. So keep a lookout. But yes, Tristan, you've been the light at the end of the tunnel. I enjoy talking
Thank you.
Oscars with you. I'm so happy we started this podcast this year, and we're gonna kick it off with live action short. Are you excited?
I am. Yes. Okay, so live action short. Let me just pull up the nominees so I know what we're working with here.
Okay. In alphabetical order, I believe the nominees are Aline, then
Alien, right?
or
Or is it
Alien.
Aline?
Is it Alien or Aline?
I don't know.
I
I've
think
heard both.
I think it's actually it's supposed to be a play on words. So it's Aline, which is what they're doing in the process of the movie. But it's also Alien to talk about the
Oh,
immigration process. So it's a play on
true.
words. So I think you can say it anyway. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna say Aline, or I'll say Alien. I'll say Alien.
I'll say Aline
Anusha,
and you say Alien. We'll switch.
Anusha,
Yeah.
uh, the man who could not remain a silent last ranger, and I am not a robot.
Hmm.
Do you want to go first, or should I?
Sure. I mean, I would say, just for anyone listening, on these short categories, Kyle definitely is more of an authority because he's seen all of them. I
I've
have
seen all
only
15.
seen two in the animated category, and I'm still catching up. I'm probably not going to get to them until closer to probably this weekend, I would say. So just from what I've heard and just from like reading the tea leaves here, I do think it is between Alien or Aline or however you say it, and the man who could not remain silent. That's the one that I kind of hear people saying is the most um, polished and well done, and people are really rallying behind this filmmaker and saying they're excited to see him kind of break into features or whoever made it. So I do think that that would, I don't know, it's tough because the Oscars often do go for the really topical one, even if it's topical in a way that feels more like a PSA. And that's kind of what I'm hearing about Aline. Like that one, I think is just so topical right now that that could just be you know a check for Academy voters just because it's a hot button issue. But there's also a Nuja, which I think I hear is like
It's like
dealing
child
with,
labor camps.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like dealing with really dark subject matter, but it's also like kind of heartwarming at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It ends on a happy note. So
Yeah,
kind of. Not really, but kind
yeah,
of. Yeah, I'm leaning Aline right now or Alien.
yeah.
Um,
I think me too.
yeah, just because 2016 and forward have all been English language shorts, and this is the only English language one here.
Yeah,
Um, Also, there's a big shot of Trump on a TV screen in the middle of this movie, in the middle of this short film, and right now, if you watch the news in the USA, you can't go 1 second without seeing like the ICE raids going on to immigrants in our country. So it just feels like Tristan said, so topical that I wonder if it's gonna squeeze through. The Man Who Cannot Remain Silent, I do actually think is better.
yeah.
It's pretty good. Um and it's also kind of like a political message about culpability and such.
And it's
This
topical too
idea
in a
of
different way, in like more of a distant way, right? Because it's not
yeah,
specifically dealing with like something that's happening now, but it is dealing with the fact that, you need to stand up, and
yeah, when you see
so many
wrongdoing, are you
people
gonna
are
stay
complicit.
silent? That's the
Yeah,
question. So and I think that's an important question to ask.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Alien.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Alien too. That just seems to be what the Academy would go for, and people are saying it is good. It's not like one of these films that has a really important issue it's exploring, but the film itself is doing it in a pretty tacky way. Like apparently, it is doing justice to what it's exploring. But I haven't seen it. What do you think?
You know, it's a little on the nose.
Yeah,
It's a little smolchy, but
yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
What would you choose? Because I think we should also use this as an opportunity to like say what we would check off on our own ballot.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I actually think most of the short films this year are ass.
yeah,
Um, but if I was ranking these, probably I'm Not a Robot number one, then The Man Who Cannot Remain Silent, then Alien, then maybe I'm gonna say The Last Ranger, then Anuja. The
yeah,
Last Ranger is about poaching, which actually very good and has like a strong twist at the end of it. And I'm
yeah.
Not a Robot is like the most high concept here, and I really enjoyed that one. It's like about like someone trying to fail a capture test and they think they're a robot. So that was pretty entertaining. That's how I'd probably rank these. But Alien is good. I think three of these are good. Two of them are just kind of mid.
Yeah. At
And
least,
that's Last
hey,
Ranger.
most years we have at least one that is absolutely horrible. So
That one
that's
is coming in
better.
documentary short, so we can talk about documentary now if you want.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So I have I'm Ready Warden number one.
Yeah,
Um, what's concerning me here is that if you look at anonymous ballots, they're being so based right now because incident is like leading by like a huge margin, like a margin that doesn't really happen in the shorts categories usually.
yeah,
And that's giving me hope that the best short of all 15, incident, could actually win this. But I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. So do you know anything about a documentary shorts? Like anything about like synopsis wise?
yeah. I've like for all of the short categories, I've done my research and listened to
Okay.
reviews and that sort of thing. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty like well um informed in terms of like what's going on in these categories. I just haven't seen most of them yet.
Yeah, so Internet's like really like kind of like avant-garde. Like you're seeing
Yeah,
multiple different camera angles of this incident of police brutality, from like a bunch of different perspectives and like overlaying audio. It's super genius, super smart. And Bill Morrison is like someone who's kind of like semi of a legend in like the documentary community. Like he's made documentaries and he's like fairly known by documentary people. So that's like kind of like a feather in his cap a little bit. I don't know if it's going to translate because it's just so cool. I just can't imagine the Academy going for it. But it's
Yeah.
giving me hope seeing anonymous ballots that he will.
I
But
think it might happen just because
yeah.
it's so different. And like, I mean, I'm saying this having not seen it, but I hear that it's all like police cam footage and stuff, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and there's one CTV, which is the main one.
Yeah.
Like
And
the
and
overall.
wasn't there a documentary, like a full documentary at Sundance this year that a lot of people were hyping up? That was all police cam footage as well, right?
I wasn't aware of that. Do you know the name of
Um
it?
it's like something about a neighbor, the perfect neighbor, I
Oh,
think.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah, yeah. Nat
And
Neglia said it's going to be it was really good.
that one apparently, not that, you know, a bunch of Academy voters were at Sundance, but from what I heard, that one was really sparking a lot of buzz. So there's this new movement in documentary filmmaking where they're using like surveillance footage. And
Mhm.
it's, I think, a new technique that's kind of showing the importance and the danger of always having cameras to record everything. Um, and I think that a lot of people are kind of getting on board with this new
Hmm.
like technique, and Incident seems to be like the first one to really break, and with this is a stretch, this is a total stretch, my argument here, but with that Perfect Stranger having, or Perfect Neighbor or whatever, that documentary gaining traction, I feel like that a lot of people are talking about this kind of new wave of documentaries that use surveillance footage.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that a bad
I don't
argument?
I don't know if Academy voters know
Yeah,
that. But
probably
I
not.
didn't know that, and I'm like so
Yeah,
chronically online with like film stuff. Then I don't know if they would know that. But so I'm gonna stick with Death by Warden because I mean I'm ready Warden because
yeah,
I do think death penalty reform is something that is also important to like a lot of like the
yeah.
people who are Academy voters. Um, and just because it's like the most emotionally manipulative of all of these.
I have a
Um,
question because I hear people say this is a controversial one.
yeah, it's
Is
not very good. Um, but okay, honestly, most of these are pretty bad. In
Yeah,
documentary short, I did not like three of these. I did not like I'm Ready Warden, Death by Numbers, or The Only Girl in the Orchestra. I expected like all three of these. I don't believe in the death penalty. I support school shooting survivors and I love adversity stories. So all three of those like were directly targeted to me and I did not like any of them.
yeah.
Um so I was like kind of disappointed. Incident.
Wait, did
I
you
feel
say
like
you don't like diversity stories?
no, I said I like adversity stories. Stories about adversity.
Oh,
Like it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
about
yeah,
a woman who's the only woman to play in the New York Philharmonic, and she overcomes that. So I love stories about adversity and
yeah,
overcoming that. And it didn't play well for me. So I'm
yeah,
like, that's interesting. And I think those are actually probably well prior to seeing anonymous ballots, I would say those would probably be the three likely. I would probably bump Incident up to number two just because it's just overwhelmingly doing so well, and that doesn't really happen on anonymous ballots for like the shorts categories. So, but I'm gonna stick with I'm Ready Warden. It's just super emotionally manipulative by the end of it. It's kind of ends on like a note of like forgiveness. So that's something that's a little schmaltzy and stuff. So
yeah,
Instruments of a Being Heart is really, really good. It's like about like a cute girl in Japan who wants to play the big drum in her school concert, and it's very cute, and I like it a lot. So
yeah.
yeah, where are you
I
heading?
I'm also gonna do I Am Ready Warden because it's really, I feel like there. Okay, so Gold Derby has The Only Girl in the Orchestra at number two. I don't think that's going to happen because from what I hear, the lead of that almost like doesn't want to be on camera. Is that
Mhm.
true? Like she's not very.
Yeah, it's like not really even like super about her, but it's
Yeah,
it kind of works for the most part. I wouldn't go that far to say
yeah,
that she doesn't like want to be on camera or anything, or is like super camera shy, but like it's about her, but it's also not about her. You kind of need to see it, but it's like not like the
yeah.
best. So
Maybe I'll watch that one tonight.
yeah,
I do have a suspicion that Incident could win, but I'm gonna go with I'm Ready Warden. I've been seeing a lot of people predict that. There's also Death by Numbers, which do you think that has a
Uh,
chance?
well, I was in a Florida high school at the time of the Parkland school shooting. Like
Yeah,
when that, so you know, I obviously care very much about like Parkland. Um, this is just not good. I think it's the worst of all 15.
oh
Um,
geez.
so I wasn't really feeling it, but it's pretty emotion manipulative as well.
Yeah,
So you know, yeah,
yeah,
and school shooting is kind of the most important pressing subject in America at all
yeah,
times. Uh, I feel like just recently, right? When was the If Anything Happens, I Love You is 2020. So we already
yeah,
had like one school shooting short win this decade. So never know.
yeah, exactly. I love that one, by the way. That,
Yeah.
like, I was a
I
mess
actually think I
after.
prefer Burrow. Like now that I was definitely
Really?
I was like definitely team If Anything Happens, I Love You at the time.
Yeah.
But like now like I'm like I want to just have like a bunny have a disco in his bathroom. And like now I'm
That
like very pro Burrow.
it was a good
But
one, yeah.
I think if I was voting then, I would vote for it now. But like now, as like a jaded person who sees stuff about school shootings all the time, I'd be like, I'm voting for Burrow. I need something positive. I want to see a
Yeah.
bathroom disco, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we move on to the animated shorts since we're already talking about animated shorts now?
Yeah, and I've actually seen two of these, so I can kind of
Yeah.
speak on it.
Which ones have you seen?
I've seen Wander to Wonder and Yuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Kissing and toys,
Yeah.
male nudity.
Yes. I heard another the one about the brothers. What is it called?
Beautiful men.
I heard that has male nudity too.
Yeah.
Lots of male
Nice
nudity in these
stop
shorts.
motion you remember when I think it was 2 years ago there was a movie there was a movie called The Flying Sailor, and it's
Yeah.
like 8 minutes of like a guy naked just spinning around.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is so great. And like I remember I was in the theater and the old guy in front of me in the cinema was like, this is disgusting, to his wife, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, anyways, I think it's Wonder to Wonder. Now, I like two of these quite a lot, which is Wonder to Wonder and In the Shadow of the Cypress. The other ones I don't really care about.
Yeah.
But Wonder to Wonder, you know, it's kind of tremendous in a way, but like not like crazy. Um, but also one like precursors, like one BAFTA and the Annie. So I'm gonna go with that one.
I'm gonna go with Yuck.
Oh, really?
I see. You're probably right. It probably will go to Wonder, and there is that crazy stat that it almost always goes to an English language short, right?
I think that's for live action short. Is that for animated?
I think it's either always an English language or a silent. Like in the past, like 10 years or something like that. It was,
Interesting.
or since like 2011. I don't know. It was Ryan Castleman who said that.
You sure that's
Um,
not live action?
he said both. The
Oh,
animated stat I think runs even longer. There was something
well,
about
live action has till 2016, so it's like 10 years, and the live action and the animated one would run longer. But War's Over was silent. Let's see. I've seen most of the animated shorts this decade. War's Over is silent. The Boy, the Mole, Fox, and the Horse is English. Windshield Wiper is silent. If Anything Happens, I Love You is English. Hair Love is English. Bow is partially English. There's some Chinese in Bow.
true. Yeah, but it's technically it's an American short or
Yeah,
Canadian.
yeah. I mean, it's Pixar, but
Yeah,
Dare Basketball is English. Piper is silent. Bear Story is this English? I haven't seen Bear Story in a while.
me neither.
It's from Chile. I think it might
Oh,
be silent,
yeah,
but that would be a decade ago. That's 2015. So,
yeah. I I do think though. Okay, so I did not like Wander to Wonder at all.
oh
I
really?
I I like what it was going for, like this kind of it was almost like "Don't hug me, I'm scared." There's a little surrealism in there, and I like what it's trying to say, but I think with what it's trying to explore about like how artists, their art kind of lives on, and even after the artist is gone, and then giving like personifying the like these art characters, and making them have like feelings about the artist and stuff. I think that's really cool, but I just didn't think it had enough time to really explore that, and it just like it ended on a really weird note, and I didn't particularly like, I didn't think it was visually that pleasing either, even though it is technically impressive. It's just really weird, but not in like a way that like is intriguing. Like I don't think a lot of Academy voters are going to like this.
That was my thought because like I was like, if I'm just going voting based on vibes,
Yeah,
the one to me that feels like the most like an Academy short, um, would probably be Magic Candies.
that's what
Honestly,
I hear. Yeah, and I haven't seen that yet.
yeah, it's like a kid like takes LSD and starts talking to his couch. But it's done by Toei Animation, so that's like the only animation studio here that's like even remarkably recognizable.
Is it
And
actually LSD, or is it just like,
no, it's just supposed to be magic candies, but
yeah,
like it's
that's
clearly
LSD.
drugs.
Yeah.
It's like a white pill. And I'm like, okay, it's LSD. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm hyped to watch that. I might watch it tonight.
Yeah, no, but yeah, no, but Magic Candy seems like the one that I would like if I was just going based on vibes. But like I can't ignore Wonder Wonder's Precursor Hall.
Yeah.
And you never
Yeah,
really
it's
know what's
huge.
happening in shorts. So like when you have BAFTA Annie, I'm just gonna go with it.
Does it
Versus
always win? Like, is there a huge stat for that?
no, I mean most years, usually only two of the nominated shorts are even nominated at the Annies every year. Like it's usually like this year it's weird because we had like four of them.
Yeah.
I think every single one except for because Yuck, Wonder, In the Shadow of Cypress, and Beautiful Men were all nominated there. So Magic Handies was the only one that was not nominated at the Annies. It's very rare that you have so many shorts even nominated there. Um, and BAFTA only British shorts qualify. So, um, no, they're not really big stats, but they both have overlap with Academy voters.
Yeah.
So I don't see why I would not go with it.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about Yuck, like,
It's cute.
it is cute. It's a little weird. Like with the I get what it's going for with the
Lips blowing.
glistening lips. It's a little, it is kind of yucky. Like but at the same time it is cute. I think it's relatable, like for a lot of Academy members. I think they'll like remember their childhood, and it's a crowd pleaser. It's like I could see people really enjoying this, whereas like a lot of these other shorts are kind of like obtuse and weird, and usually I feel like an animated short, it goes to something that like that there's something to grasp onto. It doesn't usually go to like the really weird ones.
Do you remember Coda Year when the windshield wiper won?
Yeah, that
Like a
was,
signature rule, but like I usually
yeah.
use it as like the example, but like that kind of feels like this, like when everything feels like because that year there's like Bestia, which was like the weird dog one, and
Yeah.
there was there was Robin, which was most people were predicting. That was like the cute little Netflix musical one. And I was like,
I think the windshield wipers, though, the thing with that one was that,
it's very life affirming. It's like it happens
yeah,
a lot in like the short few minutes, you know.
and also it was really acclaimed to a degree that I don't think Wander to Wonder is.
It was the favorite of my five for me.
Yeah.
Those years. I remember that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Wonder, but you can stick with Yuck, and we'll
Uh,
hopefully one of us will get it right.
I'll go with Yuck. I think you'll probably get it, but yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
hopefully.
Let's go with that.
Original song.
I'm gonna go with El Mal from Amelia Perez. I know people are trying to predict Diane Warren finally taking her Oscar, because that song played at the SAG Awards, and I just don't think
During
that's
the in memoriam, and it was very weird. And I was like,
it was,
Diane Warren, Diane
yeah,
Warren.
I'm like, hey, I know that song from somewhere.
I mean, there's a reason why I played there, and that's because Netflix owns the SAG Awards now,
Yeah,
or they run it, so they just put one of their own songs there,
it was
and
a
it's
little
like one
weird.
that's appropriate. I mean, this one's
Yeah,
appropriate for like an in memoriam segment, but
yeah.
you know, you can't play El Mal during that. Could you imagine? Hot tie. Show like a clip of David Lynch, is like Zoe Saldana is singing in the background.
Yeah. What did you think of the SAG Awards, by the way? This is like a detour, but
Okay, let's talk about discourse actually.
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet's speech. Are you pro it or were you anti it? Because
Pro,
I was feeling,
100%.
dude, it's such a good speech.
It's
It's such
so
a good
good.
speech.
Yeah.
No, bro. No. I've had like this discussion with a lot of people. People saying he's too egotistical. He wants to be
No.
the next Brando, the next Day Lewis. He wants to be the Michael Phelps, the Michael Jordan of his field. Like people were going crazy about it. And I'm like, dude, it's a great speech. This is a great speech. I'm rooting for him for
Yeah.
Marty to do even harder now. I want him taking his Oscar next year.
Same. I'm a huge Timothy Chalamet fan. I think he should have won for Call Me by Your Name. And no,
Whoa.
I
I
think
don't
that's
think
one of the
Gary
best.
Oldman should have won. I don't think Gary Oldman should have won, but it shouldn't have been him. Let's be serious now.
Oh, I think that's top 5 performances
Don't
like
say
of
it.
that decade.
No shot.
Absolutely. He is incredible in
There
that
is
movie.
one person who should have won.
It's not
His
Daniel
name
Day-Lewis. No, he
Daniel
already had.
Kaluuya for Get Out.
Oh, Daniel. Okay, that's fair. He would be my number 2
Yeah.
for sure.
No, because I remember I was very weird that season. I wanted Daniel Kaluuya for actor.
Yeah,
I wanted Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread for supporting actress.
yeah.
Who did I want for actress that year? Who was the actress nominated?
It went to
I wanted Saoirse
Frances
Ronan.
McDormand. I wanted
Lady Bird.
Frances.
No,
I
I wanted
really
Saoirse
love Three Billboards.
Ronan. And for supporting actor, I think I actually did kind of get behind the Sam Rockwell train after a while, but
Oh, I was on the Willem Dafoe, like really hard.
Florida Project was for sure the best.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So I remember it was not going my way at all that season, but I think by the end I was like, whatever.
no, I was huge. Like Call Me by Your Name, Florida Project, Lady Bird were like my ride or dies that season.
Yeah. And you were team. You were. Wait, who did you say you wanted for? So you didn't want Laurie Metcalf?
Yeah,
For
I did
supporting
for
actress?
supporting. That was my pick for supporting
Okay.
actress.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about Allison Janney's performance in I, Tonya, but
I liked her a lot. I'm just a big
okay.
Allison Janney fan
Yeah,
overall. I don't think it's a great like it's not.
it's not as good as Laurie Metcalf or Leslie Manville, but
Yeah, exactly. But to me, that wasn't like the strongest year for supporting actress in general. Like there wasn't like one where I'm like, oh, that deserves it.
honestly, I think if we're ranking the supporting actress contenders, we're getting too sidetracked. But if we're ranking the supporting actress contenders of the 2010s, come on, Leslie Manville's like top 5, right? In
I,
Phantom.
I don't
She's
know.
gotta
Like
be top 10. She's so good in Phantom. She's so good.
my favorite performance in that was Vicky Krieps, and like she didn't get
No,
like any attention.
dude, Leslie
Yeah,
Manville in like that in like the second at the end of the second act, she's so crazy in Phantom Thread. She's so
she is
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, original song. I'm going El Mal as well.
Um. Yeah, I think this is like kind of an easy one. Uh, it's not going to Diane Warren. It's not going to Selena Gomez. We can just kind of wrap this up. It's going to Elmal for sure.
I do think Diane Warren is close, but I don't think it's like that close.
Yeah.
She'll upset it, but
Yeah. I would love that. That would be finally we could close
we're not
that
gonna get rid of
chapter.
her. We're not gonna get rid of her.
Yeah.
I think they'll give it to her on let's say number 20. Number 20 is when she wins it. She's on number 16 right now. We'll give her
I'm,
4 more.
I don't want them to get rid of her because I am amused with these super melodramatic songs for random movies that get nominated just because she's attached. I think it's hilarious and awesome. But I do finally want her just to win already. It's like Come on. And I don't think she's ever actually deserved it. She's never put out the best song.
Whoa, 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 whoa
Wait,
there, whoa.
what did she do? That the Aerosmith one?
1997. She did what? The one that lost to the Bee Gees song.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Hold on, give me a second. Diane Warren song nominations.
I gotta cut some of this out.
I'm so sorry. We're getting too
Okay.
sidetracked already.
I'll post the full thing on Spotify and the video I'll edit.
How Do I Live from Con Air.
Oh, I should listen to that. I don't know that one.
Yes.
That's
It
a deep cut.
lost to, I believe, a song from where is it? 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 My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. Never mind. Sorry. Wrong year. Wrong year. Wrong year.
Yeah. I think it was obvious what was gonna win there.
I would not have given it to that one either. I would probably have given it to Miss Misery from Elliott Smith, but
Same. Yeah, definitely.
the Armageddon song was one I was thinking about. There we go.
That is a fun song. I do like it. I'm not a huge Aerosmith guy, but it's a good one.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. How do you know it was Aerosmith? You're good. You're good.
I don't want to miss a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just like so my neighbor used to like babysit us, like me and my brother, when I was really young, and she would play that song every single day when she picked us up from school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, huge Aerosmith fan, huge Kiss fan. So I heard all of that music growing up, and I hated it so much.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bon Jovi, like all of that stuff.
Yeah. No, but let's go back briefly. Well, why am I glazed, dude? What in the world? The SAG Awards. Yeah, SAG Awards were fine. It was kind of lame, but
Yeah, it's fun.
I was happy that Conclave won, and I took some of
Yeah,
your money.
yeah, you did take my money, $30.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna make some more bets tonight.
Are we? Okay. I feel like we're gonna have most of the same predictions, but
I mean, you want to bet on animated short?
um I no, we'll find something better than animated short.
You're not confident?
No, no way.
Okay.
I just threw that out there just so that because on one of the previous podcasts you were talking about how you want to get 24 and you want me to get 21, and we have to have some differences if that's going to be the case, and I want you to get 21 and I want to get 24. So
Wait, what are we talking about?
right. Oh no, there's only 23
Just throwing from the
categories.
categories. Yeah.
Never mind. Uh you were saying that you wanted to get 23 categories right, and I was going to get 21. So I have to differ from you in at least 2 categories.
I don't remember saying that, but okay. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think you said that.
Well, I don't think there's gonna be a few that we differ on because
Yeah.
the next one after this one, I'm gonna do a surprise. But
Okay.
score, let's do score. We know what's winning. The Brutalist. The Brutalist.
Do we know this though? Like, because in the last couple
Okay.
weeks, I've heard the Conclave score like everywhere I go.
Volker
It's on the
Bertelmann?
radio. It's at H&M.
I'm not. I
No,
don't
sorry.
buy him getting a second Oscar so soon. But you're right.
Yeah.
We should consider it because it is top 2 for Best Picture.
Yeah,
And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
but it's kind of going viral on
It lost
TikTok. Like,
BAFTA. Has
yeah.
it? Well,
a little bit to a tiny
are
degree.
Oscar voters on TikTok? Tristan?
No.
I don't think so. But it lost BAFTA. And Challengers won Globe and Critics' Choice. And it didn't win the HMMA or the SCL. So I don't know what you want me to base it on. What no guild or precursor has given it to Conclave in a serious capacity. The Brutalist at least has BAFTA.
Exactly.
So
And it's the more impressive score, I think.
Yeah, it is. And this guy just won an Oscar like 2 years ago. So
Yeah. Although I would have been fine if the Conclave score won, but not the All Quiet score. I think this is a better score than All Quiet. I think.
brr, brr, brr.
Yeah.
Brr, brr, brr. No. I agree. Ba, 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 ba. I like the Conclave score. It's good. Okay, best sound. Throw us, State. Throw us, Tristan.
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh,
Um,
maybe you will. Maybe you'll predict the same thing as me then.
are you going Wicked?
I'm going a complete unknown.
Huh. I don't know. I'm so confused.
Okay, I'll
Um,
go through this. I'll go through the precursors.
yeah,
It's very interesting because everything here has won a sound guild,
yeah,
but I think there is Dune is a smart option to go with. It won BAFTA. It won AMPS, American Motion Pictures Sound.
yeah,
It won MPSE. Not really, but we'll get to that in a second. And yeah, so it won 2 of the 3 sound guilds because it lost CAS to Complete Unknown. And the main category MPS and MPSE, which is Motion Picture Sound Editing, is the one for talking, and none of the nominated films won it. It went to Saturday night. So when that will happen, I was like, okay, that's a little bizarre. But everything else was still won something on MPSC night because Wicked won music, Conclave, Dune won features sound effects editing, Emilia Press won international, and Wild Robot won animated. So that was like, okay, everything still won something at MPSC. And then Conclave, I mean, not Conclave, Completely Unknown beat Dune at CAS. And I was like, interesting. But Completely Unknown doesn't have a BAFTA nomination,
yeah,
but it still has a BAFTA long list, but it doesn't have a BAFTA nomination. I was like, interesting. What is going on in my head? And I decided I am going to, the smarter option is to do Dune because it has 2 sound precursors plus BAFTA, while everything else only has 1 sound precursor to go off of. And the only one that is a main category one is CAS.
yeah,
But CAS is motion picture sound mixing. Those are for sound mixing, and MPSE is for sound editing. Motion picture sound editors, and CS is Cinema Audio Society, which is for sound mixing. So if there was still 2 split categories, my head would go, okay, Complino is going to win sound mixing, and Dude is going to win sound editing. I'd be predicting a split. So then I was like, okay, interesting. And I was like, if Lord of the Rings, Two Towers was 1 sound category, because that year Chicago won mixing and Lord of the Rings won editing. If it was 1 sound category, would Chicago beat Lord of the Rings? And I think the answer is yes, Chicago would
yeah.
beat Lord of the Rings.
But
So
Chicago is Chicago, and a complete
Chicago is the
unknown
best.
is not. It's not Chicago. That is, yeah. Chicago is like the best picture winner. It was huge to a degree that a complete unknown just isn't. It's also way
I
more
think a complete
impressive,
is top 5. I think a complete is top 5.
but
Not 3.
barely. I think if it's top five, it's like number five. It might be number six because Wicked.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go complete unknown, even without a BAFTA nomination.
Yeah, it's tough because I. So my thought for Wicked, I think I might go Dune, but my thought for Wicked was that oftentimes there's a correlation between the editing category
Editing
and the
and
sound.
sound. Okay, I thought about this too.
Yeah,
No, this is not happening.
you don't think there's
I
any
mean,
correlation?
I actually do think no. I think there's actually massive correlation, but I think you're thinking about it the wrong way. I think sound informs editing, not the other way around.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not gonna.
you're not gonna do
I
Wicked.
I just don't see it happening. I can't predict it with just music editing at
Yeah,
MPSP. Um, so no, I'm not gonna do it.
I
But
think I'm gonna go Dune just because it's the smart choice. Um, Wicked, I think on Awards Expert is number one. I'll double
okay.
check, but there's
Over June, interesting.
no, never mind it. It switched. No, it was Gold Derby. It was Gold Derby where Wicked was number one, but it switched, and now Dune is number one. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Dune. I think, but I
I
think that's
feel
Sorry.
I was gonna say I feel like kind of compelled to go with the complete unknown. I don't know why. I feel like
Go
this
go
one
for it.
option is Dune.
Go for it.
I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. I think I will.
Yeah, go for it. You got
I don't
this.
like predicting something that only has one sound precursor though. It's a little odd. And it did
Yeah,
and even though everything else won at MPSE, you know what was the one that didn't? It was a complete unknown. Complete unknown only won CAS.
yeah.
Only won CAS. Everything else won in different categories at MPSC. So
And
that's like a
complete
low considering.
unknown.
Sound mixers like a complete unknown. Sound editors do not like a complete unknown.
Yeah.
So, what does that say about this category?
Where
Nothing, because it's
I
everyone who's voting on it.
I think you kind of have to think of it as what excels in both sound mixing and editing. And I don't know if a complete unknown does that. I think Dune does.
But then why did a complete unknown beat it at sound mixing?
Because a complete unknown is like more impressive, I guess, from a mixing standpoint. But
I think that final
from
conscious team when the sound gets all wonky, that's like great sound mixing.
yeah,
Because like you can hear like the people yelling, like yelling Judas, and you can also hear Pete Seeger in the background talking, and you can also hear Bob Dylan playing. That's
yeah.
like really good sound mixing.
Oh, I think it's awesome. Like I
Yeah.
really am impressed by the sound in a complete unknown. So it's a good choice. Like I'd stick with it if I were you, to be honest.
Yeah, I just don't know if have they been rewarding sound mixing or editing more lately since it's
I
been
don't know.
combined. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm not
know
sure.
because like I look at Zone and I think they're rewarding more sound mixing, right?
Yeah,
Because it was just sound editing. Why didn't Oppenheimer win? But
exactly.
Oppenheimer won both CAS and MPSE, and Zone won BAFTA and AMPS. So it was like 2-2, but I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that it's a little it's tough because Dune is overwhelmingly it has double the sound guilds as a complete unknown plus BAFTA.
Yeah,
That's kind of hard to go against, right?
yeah.
Okay, you're getting tired. I'm gonna roll with the complete unknown. We can put a small bow on this if you want.
Oh, it's okay. You can keep going. I'm having fun.
Yeah. No, I'm just going through my thought process, but I've been thinking about this like all night. I actually think sound is a lot closer than people think.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's
Yeah.
one of the categories that's very up in the air.
Hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
Do you
what
want to
does
put
that bring us to?
$10 on it?
Well, let's see what let's make our bet at the end because we might have
Okay.
like a really big but maybe, yeah, maybe this could be our bet.
Okay, maybe. We're gonna do multiple bets, but
Well, I don't know if we're gonna differ on that many categories, but we'll see.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Visual effects.
Dune.
I'm going with Alien Romulus. No, I'm just going.
I bet I bet on that with you.
Yeah, it's Dune Part 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, that's pretty much total lock, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, all right, makeup,
The substance?
the substance. Yeah, I think that is also pretty much a lock, I would say. What do you say?
I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything can
Seems to
beat
be
that.
enough passion behind the movie to get it that win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Costume design?
Wicked.
Wicked. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say that's a lock.
We're kind
See
of
where I
flying
disagree.
through some of these. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we read the nominees? Do you think that would be make it go a little longer?
It's up
Production
to you.
design?
Good. Uh,
Wicked?
yeah, I would say Wicked as well.
I don't think I'm gonna go with the I think I've seen some people defect to the brutalist, but I just don't see it.
No, I don't think so. Although there is that campaign. I don't know if you've seen this, but the production designer said like, "I am Laszlo Toth."
Wait, what? Judy Becker said that?
Yeah, at the LA film critics or something, basically saying because Laszlo Toth is building all of these, uh, like designing all the buildings, right? But it's actually Judy Becker. So Judy Becker's like, I am the Laszlo Toth of like,
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
wild. I
yeah.
wouldn't say that, but okay.
Well, it was a joke.
Cinematography.
It was like, yeah,
I
she's
know, obviously, but like,
yeah,
that could be taken out of context. You
yeah.
know, I am a Holocaust survivor. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think another category that Bruce will probably take is cinematography. What do you think?
Um, I agree with you.
This is actually kind of close, I think, but
Yeah,
I would like to talk about this a little
Nosferatu.
bit because, yeah, Bruce has BSC and BAFTA. Nosferatu has CCA, Critics' Choice, and ASC went with Ed Lockman for Maria.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, they went way out of their way to reward that, but
Yeah.
uh Bruce is the one that's in Best Picture, so and it has two of them, so there
Yeah,
goes.
the guy's name is Lol. I think we need to
All
award him for that.
Crowley, yeah.
Um, although Ed Lockman does have a lot of goodwill in the Academy at this point, I think.
Yeah, this is only the third nomination, right?
Yeah, but like two in a row, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Editing. Kind of a tough one. Kind of a tough one.
This is a really tough one.
Yes.
Um, I think the front runner would be Conclave, one at the BAFTAs. Although Conclave was, the best picture winner at the BAFTAs, British film. Um, what won the other editing guilds?
Well, there's only Ace,
Yeah,
and that's after the Oscars.
yeah.
So
So
all you have is Conclave to go off of because Challengers, which won Globe and Critics' Choice, is not nominated.
yeah, I don't know, man.
But
I think,
Honora is
yeah, Anora's
tempting.
looking good.
Wicked had Emilia Press at the sound nominations.
Yeah,
The Brutalist is not happening.
no, that's
uh,
last place. I think
yeah,
they don't
easily.
like those long ones unless you're Thelma Schumacher.
I actually do think that Myron Kursina has some goodwill. Like, I wouldn't say Wicked's impossible here.
Yeah, it's definitely
Like, I
possible.
remember when he got nominated for Tick Tick Boom,
Yeah,
um, despite that not being in picture. So, like, I think editors really like Myron Kursina, and they're giving him and John M. Chu a special award at the Eddies.
yeah,
So, like, editors seem to really have a lot of respect for him.
yeah.
But it's the whole Academy's voting, so I think I'm gonna stick with I think I'm probably gonna go Conclave.
I'm gonna go Conclave too. I think I'm kind of rooting for Honora because it would be cool to see Sean walk home with the four, like all
Yeah.
four, tie that record. But
Just to be clear, I think Walt Disney's record should not count because it was for different films.
yeah, I agree. Um, I think Bong Joon Ho should count. I know international technically goes
I
to
agree. I agree with
he went
you.
up and did the speech. Like,
Yeah.
no, the country of South Korea doesn't own the Oscar. It's his. It's his Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he won four. Um, but yeah,
So
it'd be
true.
cool. It would be cool to see Sean do that. I'm a huge fan. So and I mean, we've I think both been following his career for many years at this point. So it's cool to see him gain this recognition um, without like straying from his roots. So I think that's really cool. But I would say Conclave is my bet here.
Based. Animated feature?
Wild Robot, I think.
Me too.
Yeah.
If Flo won BAFTA, I think it would be a real
Yes.
50-50 toss up, but
If Flo won BAFTA, I would go with Flo. But you said all year long that this year it's going to go with the Wild Robot, and I think you're right.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. So the whole thing was that Last year, I was expecting the exact same scenario last year, where Wild Robot would have Critics' Choice, PGA, and Ace,
And Annie's, right?
and Annie's, yeah, and Flo would have Globe and BAFTA, but then Flo didn't win BAFTA, and we
Yeah.
don't know what's number two at BAFTA. So like,
So it just has, yeah.
it's Globe. So I'm like, yeah, good luck with that, Flo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the Wild Robot. But even then, I was gonna pick the Wild Robot because I think the reason why The Boy and Heron won was because Spider-Verse was a sequel,
Yeah.
and The Boy and Heron was Miyazaki. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I do think though, like Wild Robot hype has died down a lot, and I do think people are really loving Flow. It's making a lot of top 10 lists. Um, there's that giant cat statue. The cat did the Criterion. I don't know if you saw that. There's like a balloon version of the cat picking stuff from the Criterion collection. I don't know if they ever released the video,
that's crazy.
but like there's the photo of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna need to
Uh,
see it.
so I do think Flow has a lot of fans, and I'm sure many of which are in the Academy. Um, it's a beautiful film from an
Flo is
animation.
also leading anonymous ballots, which is kind of scary, but okay.
Yeah, I think it could
Yeah.
win, but I'm gonna stick with Wild Robot for now.
Uh-huh. I agree.
I might switch last minute. We'll see.
Mm.
But
Let's do international next.
okay, this is interesting. I'm gonna go with I'm Still Here.
We're on the same wavelength today. Same way.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
yes. I think I'm still here as well. I think it is. I really
Yeah,
do. And it is. It's kind of bizarre because, like, the thing with I'm Still Here is, like, Amelia Perez has, like, 10 more nominations in it.
yeah,
So, but I don't think you can deny that Amelia Perez is, like, on a downward trajectory and I'm Still Here has just been peaking at the right time. And
yeah.
it's just like, boom. The question is,
And
has it intersected yet? Has it intersected?
I'm Still Here has become so like mainstream. Like Fernanda Torres is on Jimmy Kimmel, and like I went to
That
the
was like
theater. To,
shortly after Globes. That was a long time ago. But
oh,
yeah.
was it? I went to the theater yesterday, and I kid you not, there was literally like I went to go see Parthenope or Parthenope or however you say it, but there was literally a line to get into I'm Still Here
Oh
on
wow.
like a Wednesday night or no a Tuesday night.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Was it a lot of Brazilians?
No, it literally wasn't. It was like just like older people for the most part, but some
Wow.
younger people too. And it was full. It was completely full, sold out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
When
it's like
I watched I'm Still Here on its release day here. Well, the
yeah.
first time it was at my theater. The first day it was at my theater. And the theater was like decently packed. More packed than like other movies.
I don't think. Oh, okay, so I've seen a lot of movies in theaters right at this point, and I think I can only recall two times where at the end of where not including festivals, not including TIFF or Cannes, but I can only recall two times I just went to the theater out of the blue and people actually got up and clapped afterwards. And those are Avengers Endgame and I'm Still Here. I'm Still Here, literally, everyone gave it a standing ovation. It was crazy. I saw it like in the middle of the week, packed theater, standing ovation. People were crying. It was crazy. I think this movie has a lot of
You were
potential.
crying in my theater too. Like
Yeah,
crying very profusely. And I was like, wow. Very affecting movie.
yeah. And also, it means so much to Brazil. Apparently, Brazilians are saying this isn't just a movie, like, this will push the country forward and out of like it represents a shift from like the Jair Bolsonaro. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he was like kind of almost leading a like bringing the country back into a dictatorship, and now he's in jail, and this is kind of representing Brazil shifting and coming out of that, and it's meaningful for a lot of people. And then also Carnival is happening um on the night of the Oscars, and apparently, like a big part of Carnival this year is that they're going to have a big celebration for Fernanda Torres, like a party, and if she wins, people are going to go crazy. It's like the entire country is celebrating this. It's beautiful.
Wait, that's crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
what? Oh
Yeah.
my lord.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta fly to Brazil.
I know.
Oh,
How
so
did
right
this Fernanda
there.
Torres party?
Yo, what in the
Yeah.
world?
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Yeah.
have you seen, like, I've gone through the Academy Instagram page because they posted all of these clips, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you, give me 1 second. Sorry, I know this is taking a long time,
Oh,
but
please.
this is my I'm still here rant for a second. Okay,
Best
so
movie of all time.
this was just posted 9 hours ago. Okay, so these are basically the Academy posted pictures of all of the actors for the luncheon that happened today. Um, Sean Baker has like 5,000 likes, 76 comments. Timothy Chalamet, 19,000 likes, 197 comments. Zoe Saldana, 22.1 likes, right? Like, sorry, 22,000. Wow. Fernanda Torres, 250,000 likes,
That's crazy.
48,000 comments. Like,
Fernandez taking it.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
That's so cool.
crazy. I think I'm Still Here is winning.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's move on to documentary. What are you predicting here?
Um, I'm going to predict Porcelain War, I think.
Oh, interesting. Not Northland.
I don't It has BAFTA. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Northland does not have BAFTA.
No, Porcelain War.
Porcelain War does not have BAFTA.
It has SAG. Oh, sorry, no.
It
PGA.
has DGA, yeah.
DGA, yeah. I Yeah, it has a
But
guild.
Northland was not eligible for DGA.
Hmm. I don't know. What are you doing? Are you doing No Other
I'm
Land?
doing Porcelain War.
Oh, okay.
I just can't predict Northland without any type of guild support.
Yeah. I think it probably could happen. Like, I could definitely
Probably
see
is as likely.
it's 50
But
50.
yeah,
I,
I'm just not gonna predict it. So
I, yeah, I can't predict it without any guilds. I just think Porcelain War has a guild. It has something to show for. So,
yeah,
gotta go with that.
yes, I agree.
But
I
we'll
agree.
see. I don't know. Like,
Hopefully,
yeah.
I do think Northland is so much better than Porcelain War in like every way. So I'm hopeful. I remain hopeful that it's gonna be Porcelain. Not Porcelain War. Yeah, it's gonna be Northland. So
Do you think anything else has a chance, like soundtracks to a coup d'etat?
I feel like Sugarcane might have like a 1% chance,
Yeah,
but I don't. Not really.
maybe.
What
Yeah.
about you?
Uh, yeah, I don't think soundtrack to a coup d'etat does, but there is a lot of passion for that one. And then Sugarcane, I agree, probably like a 1% chance. And then
Hmm.
Black Box Diaries, I would say that's probably fifth.
Hmm. Hmm. I agree. I agree. Ooh, which above line category should we start with, Tristan?
Um, Adapted.
Conclave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. More interesting. Original.
Nora.
Yeah, Honora.
No, but there's something to talk about here. One precursor each: WJ, SAG, and not SAG. WJ, BAFTA, and Critics' Choice. A Real Pain has BAFTA, Substance has Critics' Choice, and Nora has WGA. One of these is the Best Picture frontrunner. One of these is not nominated for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
One of them does not have an industry precursor. What are we choosing?
I will say though, um, last year, Oppenheimer, Best Picture frontrunner, had some like potential to win this category. Doesn't win. Barbie, which had a huge narrative, kind of like Honora, where a lot of people wanted to finally award both Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach. That would have been a great moment. Ends up going to American Fiction, which is a brand new talent in Cord Jefferson,
I'm
and
gonna say it's a different scenario
yeah,
because Core Jefferson had WGA, BAFTA, and Critics' Choice,
yeah.
and Oppenheimer had nothing.
What about Barbie? Did that? I predicted Barbie. I think
Barbie had just Critics' Choice, right? But it was in different categories than original.
maybe, yeah. I don't know. I
So
I, I just couldn't fathom the fact that Greta Gerwig wasn't winning an Oscar.
at the time, actually, WGA had not happened. WGA was after the Oscars, right? Last year.
Yeah.
So you could only go off BAFTA and Critics' Choice for adapted. So like that's why Oppenheimer lost. If a Real Pain had or if a Substance had Critics' Choice and BAFTA, would you predict an Oristal or would you predict a Substance? That's the question.
Hmm.
If you wanted to discuss like the American
I,
Fiction package.
yeah, you know what? I'm just well, I was gonna stick with Honora anyways. I just wanted to bring up, something. But I do think Honora's got um WGA. Wait, no. What does it
It
have?
has W. I know it has
Yeah,
WGA.
it has
And a Real
WGA.
Pain
So
has BAFTA and Substance has CCA.
yeah,
It was
I'm gonna
like
go
it's
with
like
the
kind of a mixed bag.
WJA. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean it's Honora. Sean Baker has a huge narrative to win. Um, will he win director? That's definitely. We'll
We'll
see.
see in a
We'll
few
talk about
minutes.
it.
We're getting
Yeah,
close. Supporting actress.
Zoe Saldana.
I'm gonna say for most supporting actress and supporting actor, the non-spots are pretty close, but it's obviously Zoe. It's obviously Zoe.
Yeah.
It's Zoe.
Do you
It's our
think
queen.
Ariana has any chance at all?
Loki, I think Isabel Rossellini's number two just because of Conclave's strength.
Yeah, I
But
agree. I do. I think Ariana could even get nominated next year. We'll talk about it once 2026 Oscar
I
predictions
think so
happen.
too. But we'll get to it. Yes, we
Yeah,
will.
she could have a big run next year, but I do think Rossellini would be the sneak winner. But I would say Saldana's so out front here.
So out front with ballots like that, I'm not going to say that, but I do think every race she's won by a very close margin.
Really, I don't. I think because I
Really?
I don't think there's a clear number two, and I
Okay, let's be
also
honest. Look,
yeah
can I? I'm going to dispute this before you go on.
yeah
Let's look at Globe. I think is the one where I think she actually won by a good margin, just due to Amelia Perez's strength.
yeah
Um, so I'm going to say yeah, Globe. She cleared Ariana by a good amount.
yeah
Critics' Choice. You know that was close. Grande was very close. If
yeah.
they
I
gave
agree.
two director, Grande was close for
Yeah
that. Like I think it was like within like a few, maybe like 30 votes or so. 30 votes or
yeah
less. BAFTA, I think Rosalina was close there.
maybe.
You
But here's
disagree?
the thing: that was kind of a layup for Rossellini, and she wasn't able to win there.
It was not a layup. What?
Well, the thing is, like, has Rossellini ever won a BAFTA? And she's even more famous in Europe than she is here.
That was not a layup for Rosalini.
I just
What
think
are you talking about?
it's not a layup, but if anywhere was going to give it to Rossellini, it would be BAFTA, not the Academy.
I think if
I would
anyone
have.
was going to give it to Zoe, I feel like Zoe had a better chance at BAFTA than she did at SAG and Critics' Choice.
Oh no.
She was a French
I don't
director,
know.
uh, and it was like totally to European sensibilities.
You're right, but looking at her career next to her career is so Hollywood, and Isabella
And she's
Rossellini.
doing something with European flavor. She's doing something out of the norm.
Yeah,
They love that. They love that.
that is true. But I do think, I mean, they love Conclave, obviously. That won Best Picture. And Isabella Rossellini is so beloved there. more so than she is even here.
Yeah, I would say it was a close margin. So if you think it was a layup for her, then you should be agreeing with me that it was close.
Yeah, no, I think it was close, but I think it just proves Zoe's strength, and I think Zoe is very
Yeah,
up.
yeah, but I'm saying she's gonna win. But I think
Yeah,
at every single one of these places, it's been close. I would
maybe.
not be surprised by an upset.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I would be
And tag, it was
surprised.
close between her and Ariana. It
Yeah,
was close. It was close. It was definitely close.
I think honestly, not that it necessarily helped her, but I do think all of this thing with like this fallout with Zoe Saldana, I don't think it's hurt her, and I think people actually feel bad that she has to go through this situation, and people really empathize with her, and I think
I've heard this narrative said before. I don't know if I believe that. Um,
I don't
I don't
think
know if
it's
it's.
swaying
I don't
people.
think it's helped her, but I don't think it's hurt her that much.
I don't think it's hurt her at all, to be honest.
No, I think it's. I think as a whole, it has. I don't think it hurt enough to be noticeable. Like I think she was always going to win regardless of any controversy. But like I can't imagine it actually helping her. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And I think the same thing for Kieran because Kieran's not in the best picture nominee. That it's going to be close for him,
yeah.
but he's going to win, of course.
Kieran, I think he's a sweeper. Like I think that
No
performance
one's
is so.
denying that. That's not what I said, Tristan.
Yeah,
So
I know.
don't put words in my mouth. Just
Sorry.
he's going to win it. He's going to
I
sweep. But like
I
it was going to be close between the votes.
maybe I just don't know who would be number two. Guy
Mm,
Pearce, Yura,
I mean, I'm
Edward.
not gonna predict. I would never predict Guy Pearce without SAG.
Yeah,
I think the answer is probably Yuri Borisov. Made it into all four precursors. Um, in the Best Picture frontrunner.
but that's so weird. Like I could never see him winning an Oscar for that performance,
Mm,
especially over
yeah,
Culkin. I don't know. I think Edward Norton, weirdly enough,
I can find out who's number two in the Nas ballots really quickly if you want.
if you want, yeah. I
If you want, if you want.
I just think that Edward Norton has, you know, three previous nominations. It is, I think, widely like believed that he would have been worthy for American History X and Primal Fear. Um,
Right now, Culkin has 10.
yeah.
Jeremy Strong has 7. Edward Norton
Wow.
has 5. Yuri Borisov has 5, and Guy Pearce has 2.
Jeremy Strong would be my pick, even over Culkin.
Hopefully, I prefer Jeremy Strong too.
Yeah.
And for supporting actress, Zoe has 9. Isabel Rossellini has 6. Monica Barbaro has 6. Barbaro. Felicity Jones has 5, and Ariana has 3.
3 for Ariana. What?
3 for Ariana.
She had to have more, but I in that category, Felicity Jones is definitely my pick.
I agree. I agree. We're on the same wavelength. We're always
Yeah.
on the same wavelength.
All
Yes.
right. Well, best actress. Oh,
Oh, you
Culkin.
want to do that with for actor?
Oh, we can go actor. Yeah, let's
Actress
go
is an
actor.
interesting one.
Well, let's do
Uh,
actor. And we're both going Culkin, right?
Culkin, yes, of course, easily.
Cool. Best
Uh,
actor.
Adrian Brody. It's
Adrian
Adrian
Brody.
Brody. It's
It's not
Adrian
Timmy.
Brody.
Timmy
No,
will win
no.
next year. Calling it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Or The Rock, one of the two.
Some of these. Oh, one of the Safdie brothers. Wow. We'll direct an acting winner.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be. How do we know it's not supporting actress? Maybe it's Gwyneth Paltrow or Emily Blunt who's winning next year.
Could be. Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow getting her second.
I do think she will get nominated for that, to be honest. Or here's my hot take. She's a red herring, and it's actually Fran Drescher, who is the one that
The
is
meaty
going to be.
supporting.
Yeah, because she's playing Marty's mom.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I wonder. I feel like SAG will do Emily Blunt for a Smashing Machine though, because SAG loves Emily Blunt. They nominate for Mary Poppins.
You think she's going to win?
No, nominate.
Oh,
Nominate.
Yeah,
Nominate.
yeah. I'm starting to think both films could get into Best Picture, and those could be A24 is 2. I used to think Smashing Machine was just going to be acting and that's it, kind of a whale situation. But I don't know. I think
Yeah, I'm still. I don't think Smashing Machine is a number two. I don't know if I should. I think I'm gonna save it for the podcast. Unless you really want to know, I can.
the drama.
Oh, I've told you before, have I?
No, because the drama was my number 2, and then I switched it to my
I
number
think I
3.
told you that I was thinking Robert Pattinson could do supporting actor next year. So I think
Uh,
I might have told you.
you might have told me, but the drama was my number 2 because I think
Christopher
well,
Borglum.
yeah, Borgley's on a kind of on a run, and
I
then
don't know
also
why.
between him and Joachim Trier, I think there's going to be a big like Norwegian cinema rise next year.
I'm begging you to seek help.
Why?
I'm just joking because you're overhyping the Joachim Trier movie. It's not.
No,
It's Alpha. It's Alpha. Alpha's their
it's
conflict. It's gonna be Alpha. It's Julia DeCorno. It's only been Julia DeCorno.
sentimental value is going to win Best Picture.
No, I thought no, but at Con when we watch the Palm Doors this year,
Yeah,
it'll be Alpha. It'll be Alpha.
you think she's going to win too?
She's gonna
This
win
close
two.
together? No.
Ruben Austin did it.
I know, but Ruben Ostlund's different. It's so European. Like it's hard to ignore.
If the who's on the jury this year, it's Juliette Binoche, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Binoche would like
She's the
that.
jury president. I don't know. Does she? I've never seen Juliette
I don't know.
Binoche in anything like even remotely close to body horror.
Oh well, okay. I think if it was Isabelle Huppert, she would definitely go with Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, actor Adrian Brody. You and I are
yeah.
both in the Adrian Brody train. Let's do it. Best actress.
Um,
Are you on the same train with this one? Do you know what I'm doing?
are you doing? I I don't know, man. I want to go with. I kind of want to go with Fernanda Torres. And that's not going to happen. I'm not going to go with her.
Oh, really?
Why were you going to go with Fernanda?
Let me tell you. My brain is telling me Demi. My heart
Yeah,
is telling me Mikey.
yeah,
My gut is telling me Fernanda.
yeah. I kind of agree.
In these scenarios, I always tell myself, lean on your brain. I think Demi's a smart option.
I have Demi as my number 1. Um, I I think Fernanda could win. People are totally underestimating her.
I stay close to stats and precursors when in doubt. My brain is telling me Demi. My brain is telling me Demi. I
Yeah,
look at the makeup win. I look at the best picture nomination. I look at the transformation of her performance, the friends that she has in the industry, the precursor hall. It all is saying Demi.
and she's really loved. Like people really respect her. She kind of got the short end of the stick, where like earlier in her career she was like one of the biggest stars of the 90s easily. Um, and she was in some Best Picture nominees like Ghost and A Few Good Men, but she was never given that role to really shine. Um, and then she kind of got discarded and like wasn't getting the roles and stuff. And this is a huge comeback for her, and people love her. And this is so like out of the normal, out of like what she would typically take. It's such a risky role. Um, yeah, I'm going with Demi. I think she has this. And I do see a lot of people saying that, um, like obviously people in the Oscar community seem to say that Mikey gave the best performance, but there are people who say that like that performance isn't really moving them in the same way that Demi's is, despite the substance being a horror movie. That people like around that age, around Academy voters' age, are connecting more to what Demi's putting forth than Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
which is why I think Fernanda Torres is number 2.
Yeah. Demi has 10 anonymous ballots votes.
Yeah.
Mikey has 8. Fernanda has 7. It's going to be close no matter who it
Oh,
is.
it's so close. I love this category.
It's going to be close no matter who it is. I'm going with Fernanda. I'm sticking with Fernanda.
Really?
I'm rolling with her till the end.
Oh, you're doing it?
I'm going to hold out till the
Oh,
end.
I'm going to join you. I'm going to join you.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it. Because I want Fernanda to win. That's my pick. Well, I don't know. It's between her
We
and
gave it to
Mikey.
Mikey on our award show, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so hold up. Mikey is my favorite of the performances, but in terms of who I want to see get up there the most, it's Fernanda, because
Yeah.
I'm just so invested in this like wave of support and how much it means to Brazil that I just I really want that to happen. I'm not Brazilian, but I am Portuguese, and my family lived not my grandmother and aunts and uncles and stuff lived in Brazil for about 10 years, right during the time that I'm still here took place. So like there's kind of a family connection. And yeah, and I like kind of feel passionate about this. I feel like an honorary Brazilian. So Brazilians, come into our comments. We love you.
Yes,
And
sir. We
like,
got clickbait Fernanda Torres in the thumbnail. We're predicting
yes,
Fernanda.
it'll be just Fernando Torres. That will be the thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's like a really zoomed in picture.
Yeah, no. Well, we're gonna stick with Fernanda.
Yeah.
Are you gonna roll with me till the end, or we're doing it
Yeah.
till the end? Till the end.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Fernando
Yeah.
Torres.
So on our goal derby, our awards expert will have Fernanda number 1.
Yeah.
And if the ship goes down, if Demi wins it, we go down together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, and if Kyle,
Mikey
if
wins.
Fernanda Torres wins, we are going to get on a plane and go to Carnival in
Yes,
Rio.
yes, yes. We
Yes,
will.
we will
Let's
celebrate with
go.
you guys. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Best director. We're getting close to the end.
This is also another kind of tough one.
I do think so as well, but
yeah,
I can't go against the DGA stat.
I agree. Yeah. I
do think it's closest it's ever been, because I do think this is closer than the Social Network versus King's Speech here.
Yeah.
And the Boyhood versus, the Richard Linklater versus Interview 2 year. I do think this is the closest it's been. That this stat, I think if it could break, it would be this year, but I'm gonna stick with it. I just have to go with Baker.
Yeah.
The passion is there for the movie.
Yeah, there's just kind of a sentiment that Brady is too new, and like this movie is such a big achievement, but some people are like, you got to prove yourself first before you can be one of the greats. So I think Sean just has more goodwill. I also see
He's
a lot
only
of people
36.
who Brady's only 36. Wow. Yeah.
Young.
He's going to be huge, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
He has another one next year, like this coming year.
No. His next one is he's shooting his next one right now in Portugal, but his wife Mona has Emily next year,
and he co-wrote it with her.
Yeah, they co-wrote all their, like he wrote The World to Come for Mona as well. They co-write all their screenplays together.
Wait, Mona directed The World to Come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought. Oh, crazy! I thought
Brady did Childhood of a Leader and Vox Lux,
okay.
and Mona did The World to Come, and she's doing Anne So they just alternate their movies.
Nice.
But we'll get Brady Corbet in like 2026. So we're gonna get like 3 Brady Corbet,
So
Mona
exciting.
Fastball done like back to back. So
yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait. And
hopefully, while on the press tour for Anne Lee, Mona will be directing her next movie, so we can just get it like a 4-year run.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, very excited for Anne Lee. That's one of my most anticipated of the year for sure.
A musical from Brady Corbet and Mona Fastball?
I know,
baby.
Wait, who's in that? Amanda Seyfried. She could get a nomination. Second nom
for a musical as well, because her first one is Les Mis.
Amanda Seyfried. She got
No,
it
God.
for Mink.
Oh, lame. Boo.
Yeah, I
Boo. I got it for
know.
Les Mis.
Yeah, she should have
She
gotten
should have
it
gotten
instead.
nominated for Les Mis.
Yeah, I agree.
She's
Not
a
Mink.
supporting actress in that. She was a better supporting actress than Anne Hathaway. I'm sorry.
Oh, that I don't agree with, but I think
No,
they
okay.
should
Can I be
both should
honest?
be nominated.
Fantine, when she dies in like the first 25 minutes of that movie,
Yeah,
I'm like, no, thank you. I would not have given it to Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway deserves Oscars for many other projects, but not for Les Mis.
and she could get nominated this coming year for
For
Mother
Mother
Mary.
Mary, are you? Oh well,
I
we
don't have
keep
her in,
spoiling.
but
Okay, we keep spoiling our next episode, but yeah,
yeah. No, I'm actually saying a bunch of things I don't have in my predictions. I have in like the like right on the outside of my
yeah,
predictions.
way down there. I think I would love for that to get a contemporary costume design nomination. I want
Yeah,
another
I think
contemporary
it will.
costume design. Oh, really? You do? Well, we're doing
Costumes?
all 24 categories, guys. So stay
Yes.
tuned in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Best picture, Tristan. It's time. We're gonna go
Um
10 to up on most likely to least likely,
okay.
just like how we've been doing it for the other episodes. Number
Okay.
10. What is the least likely film in this group to win Best Picture?
Um I hate to say it. No. You know what? I'm going to say Dune. I'm going to say
I
Dune
think
Part
so
2.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm only predicting Dune for one Oscar win, and that's visual effects. But looking at these other movies, I sense so much more passion. I think at the end of the day, Dune gets the least number one votes of any of these. I think it's the first one eliminated.
Yeah. I think there are a
Maybe a
lot of
lot of
people
number
that
twos,
think
maybe a lot of number fives, but yeah,
there are a lot of people that feel like Dune came out last year and are like completely forgetting it from the conversation. So,
I
um
agree.
yeah. Uh my number 9 is Nickel Boys,
Hmm.
which won WGA. So there clearly is passion for this within the industry, and it's there are quite a few people who um, would put this at number one,
Hmm.
and I don't know if there's as many people who would put this last as people are saying. Like I think it's even people who don't like Z- Zone of Interest almost was in a similar kind of space where a lot of people who didn't like that still wouldn't rank it last because it was so inventive that they appreciated the craft. And I think the same thing is the case with Nickel Boys.
I'll be honest. Even though I'm predicting it for two awards and two big awards at that, I think number 9 is I'm Still Here.
Wow. I
I I I think there's gonna be a lot of number ones. I got enough number ones to get in,
Yeah.
but I just don't know if it's. Some people are being crazy and doing it 3 for 3, getting putting it Best Picture Actress in international.
Please
I
happen. Oh, I love that. Yes.
that'd be insane, but like I don't think it's as high as people think it is.
Yeah. Um that would be the greatest thing ever to happen in the history of the Academy Awards. That would be so crazy. Um yeah, number 8, I have I'm Still Here, unfortunately. I really want to put it higher, but
Yeah.
I am predicting it to win 2 of its awards. So, maybe it goes 3 for 3. But
Yeah.
those are 2 major awards too. It's not like,
I know.
best
Two,
makeup and
one above the
hairstyling.
line, and then like also like international. That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 8 is Nickel Boys.
Hmm.
Screenplay, which is nothing. It got a screenplay win at WGA. It
Yeah.
got best first time director at BGA. Um, yeah, I mean, I just think it got in by the skin of its teeth. I think there's enough passion to get enough number one votes that it's going to last one or two rounds. But
Yeah.
after that, I think it's Dunzo.
Yeah. My number 7 would be I'm going to say The Substance. Um,
I think it's a substance as well.
yeah, I think there's a lot of people who would put that right up at the top, but I think there's a lot of people that would put that near the bottom as well.
Yeah. I think the director nomination is enough for me to say it's like it's in the upper echelons. It's like
Yeah,
7, 6.
yeah,
There's clearly passion there. Screenplay, director. We're talking about it winning actress and screenplay, so like it could
yeah,
happen.
that's
Both of
huge.
those.
Yeah.
There's enough passion there, but yeah.
Um, my number 6 is A Complete Unknown,
My number 6 is Wicked.
and my number 5 is Wicked.
My number 5 is A Complete Unknown.
Okay, cool. Um,
Okay.
why do you have complete? I mean, it's kind of obvious, but
I think A Complete Unknown is higher. Director nomination, screenplay nomination is the obvious answer over Wicked.
Mhm.
Um, I'm predicting Wicked to win 2 awards. I'm predicting Complete Unknown to win 1. I do think Wicked's win ceiling is definitely higher than A Complete Unknown
Yeah,
because other than actor and sound, I can't see A Complete Unknown winning anything else.
Mhm.
Um, and Wicked I can see doing a complete blow line sweep. I think even in visual effects, there's a case to be made for Wicked.
yeah.
So, but as far as like, I'm just not gonna. I can't put something like that without like any above the line support at
I
number one.
I agree to, but I think the thing with um, Wicked is that it just has more people who really love it and are passionate about it. Whereas I think A Complete Unknown, it's kind of like a lot of voters isolated certain elements of it. So people are really passionate about Monica and Timmy and the sound and certain things, but I don't know if there necessarily are that many people who think it's like the best movie of the year.
Mhm.
Um, My number 4 is Amelia Perez.
My number 4 is Amelia Perez.
Yeah. How
Mm.
far has it fallen?
I mean, I think at its peak I had it at 2. I never had it at 1.
I unfortunately didn't hold on to Nora the entire time. I should have. Um, I did end up switching to Amelia Perez at one point
Mhm.
for like a week.
Yeah. The
Um,
Brutalist.
Brutalist is also my number 3.
Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Number 2,
I mean, no, no, let's talk about Brutalist for a second.
yeah,
I mean, I think its win ceiling is kind of insane, right?
yeah, it's really high.
We're talking about it winning 3 awards. Not to mention, it could win a 4th with director. I still think, I still think Guy Pearce is in the cards. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
don't.
Without Friction nomination, I don't think Kieran is as locked as people say he is. I think he's a sweeper. I think he's gonna sweep through.
Yeah,
But without the picture nomination, can we really be so sure about Real Pain?
yeah,
I don't think Guy Pearce is. Honestly, I would say Kieran has a 75% chance. Like I think he's as least of a lock as a lock can be. 75% chance, and I think 25% chance of split between the other 4 nominees is where I would put it.
yeah, yeah. I think the Brutalist has a really high ceiling, but I don't think it's going to reach its ceiling, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think I mean, 3 wins is like still a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And if it
Crazy.
wins director, that's like a best picture package right there.
Yeah,
Director, score, cinematography,
actor.
and actor. That's a best
Yeah.
picture package.
Oh, absolutely. Um, and then Conclave's my number 2, which is interesting because I mean we have it winning editing and screenplay, which is a best picture package on it. Like editing, screenplay, picture. It's a weird one, but it definitely is a picture
That's
package.
that's the Argo package.
Yeah. So and Argo was considered a pretty strong winner. So
Argo also had a very surprise director miss.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Think Burger is going to go all the way?
What have I been predicting since October?
Are you going to go Conclave?
No, I was asking, what have I been predicting since October?
Conclave to win Best Picture.
Why would I switch now?
Because Anora has DGA and PGA.
Yes, that's the answer. The intention was always to stay with Conclave. Everything changed on February 8th when it lost PGA. It lost PGA. Let's say that Brady Corbet won director and Nora was only going with PJ WJ. At that point, I would say it's a 50-50. I would have predicted Conclave.
Yeah.
But with PGA, DGA, WGA, Critics' Choice, I can't do it. I can't do it. The odds are clearly favored towards Honora.
Yeah.
Even if it's still tight, I think it's 65-35. I think I told Tristan that offline. I think it's 65-35. It's just favored too heavily in Honora's favor. It's not super. It's still Conclave can definitely take it. I think if you look at 10 scenarios, I think 3 of the scenarios Conclave wins. But I have to go with Honora. Sadly, I flipped the minute February 8th happened. I remember that night I was waiting for the PGA winner. I was talking to some friends, and my heart dropped because I had a lot of money with a lot of different people on Conclave winning Best Picture against a lot of different nominees. Some of them just died immediately because like The Brutalist was not winning at that point, and some of them were like between Conclave and The Brutalist, but a lot were between Conclave and Honora. And I don't want to have to pay these people on March 2nd, so I'm going to be a little livid. And we're still rooting for Conclave. We're rooting for Conclave, but no, it is. It is not. It is not Conclave. Sadly, it is Honora.
Yeah.
And
I would agree.
yes.
Although I think Conclave has a chance.
Would you put it at 65-35? Where would you put it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say 65-35. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe even 60-40, to be honest. No. 65-35, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident Honora's going to win this. I mean, it's the one like that people really seem to love. Like everyone likes it. And it's enjoyable, but it's also meaningful, and it's making people feel in a way that a lot of these other movies aren't. Actually, really, in a way that I feel like I'm Still Here. That's one of the reasons why that has really taken off, because that's a movie that's really making people feel, and that's what people want with Oscar movies, I think. Not everybody wants a brutalist all the time, right? And I think that's one thing that helped Nickel Boys, because for as experimental as it is, I don't think it's ever isolating. It's a movie that makes you feel and makes you like really connect to what's going on. So I think that's helping Honora, and that's why Honora has leapfrogged films like Conclave and especially The Brutalist, because those are, well, Conclave is kind of just, it's a thriller, right? It doesn't quite have that. Pardon?
Oh yeah, a political thriller, like in like
Political. It's great. I love Conclave, but it doesn't feel poignant in the same way. And I think The Brutalist goes for your head rather than going for your heart. So I think Honora is just that perfect balance where it's kind of bringing in like the art crowd, but it's also bringing in general audiences at the same time.
Well, can't argue with that. I think you said it better than I could, Tristan.
Thank you.
That's why I'm so thankful to have you as a co-host. And
yeah, very thankful to have you as a co-host too.
We're both going on a Nord train.
Yes.
A Nord till the end.
Yeah.
Nord till the end. I'm glad that one of my top 5 movies is winning Best Picture. So
yeah, I agree.
My pocketbook is not happy, but I am happy.
I'm happy too. I would prefer The Brutalist, Nickel Boys, I'm Still Here, and The Substance. But Sean Baker is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. And I kind of wish he won for the Florida Project, but I think this is an amazing movie and I love it very much.
Tristan, do you know what our bet count is pre-Oscars? Because if we only disagree on two categories, being sound and animated short,
Yeah,
if I'm up, I don't think I'll bet because both of those are not really favored towards me.
I believe you're up. I don't know exactly by how much, but the $30 put you up. I think you were down by 10
10.
or 20.
Now I'm up 20.
I think you're up 20. Yeah. You're
Okay.
you're either up 10 or 20. But you're definitely up. I'm okay not to bet as well. I'm
You
okay
want to
just to give
give me
you.
$20?
Yeah, I guess. I don't want to lose any more.
I'll bet if you want to bet, but if you don't want to bet,
I
if you want to give
I
me 20, if you don't want to risk giving me 40 or more,
um no, I mean we're both going on the Fernando Torres, which would have been the perfect bet, but we're both really wanting that to happen. So I don't know. I
let's
think
be clear. I don't hope dick.
yeah,
I'm not hope dicking Fernanda.
I'm hope dicting Fernanda. I don't know if I
I'm
actually
going.
believe it's
I'm
happening.
going with Fernanda because I believe it's gonna happen. I believe it's gonna happen.
I'm going with Fernanda because that would be the greatest treat. That would be so great. Um,
Let me
and I
explain the
want it to
logic.
happen.
No, I'm gonna go additional logic for Fernanda right now. Why Fernanda Torres is winning Best Actress at the Academy Awards? Because I thought about this deeply. Okay, first reason. I'm gonna, like how Donald Trump or Sebastian Stan at the end of the parentheses, he's like, here's my
There's
3 rules
three
for winning
reasons.
Tony. Yeah,
Yeah.
first rule: attack, attack, attack. If someone's doing the knife, you bring a bazooka, motherfucker. What is the truth? The truth is what I say it is. And then the third one is like deny, deny, deny. Or I don't know. No,
I love
anyways,
that movie. It's so good.
it's a great final scene.
Yeah.
It's a strong ending. No. Okay, recency bias, obviously. Deception to the Nor definitely watched long before I'm still here. Um, if people actually did their due diligence and caught up with it, that's the last one they watched. 2, Fernanda is the only dramatic performance in the group. That's a big part. 3, Fernanda is actually the best performance of the 5. Boom. Hopefully people agree with me.
I think
4,
Mikey is the favorite one in that
yeah.
respect.
4, Mikey's 25 and Demi is a horror performance. So genre bias and age will get in the way and they're gonna give it to Fernanda. 5, Fernanda Torres is brilliant and we all love her. 6, Sony Pictures Classics is the best campaign studio in the world. The greatest to ever do it. Much better than Mubi and Neon. What? I don't even know those
I,
studios.
I don't
Wait, are
know
you gonna
if that's
disagree?
the case.
SPC is actually the best studio to
I,
camp.
to a degree, because I
No,
think
not
I,
to a degree.
I think SPC gets these sneak contenders in, but they don't. There are many years where they don't get anything or they don't win anything. They're just always getting these like last minute like international contenders in,
Okay, what
and
was the
it's not
last
always for
guys?
picture, huh?
Okay, hold
The
up.
father is their last
The
best
father,
picture.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Was Anthony Hopkins supposed to win actor? Remind me. Sorry. And was
I predicted
last
him.
time he? Oh, did you really?
I
Well,
did.
he picked it
Yeah,
off one precursor,
yeah,
and that's what we're doing with Fernanda right now.
yeah,
If you predicted the father for screenplay, you predicted that off one precursor, and
yeah.
that's what we're doing for international feature right now.
I also predicted the
So
father for screenplay. Yeah,
yeah, so I don't know what are we talking about here?
yeah, that's true.
SPC is the goat. SPC is the goat.
Yes.
Um, we don't doubt SPC in my household. If SPC is contending, we support SPC. Uh, work for Sony Pictures Classics. You gotta get on their marketing team and find out how they do it. Tristan, we're rooting for you. You gotta be
Yes,
the
I
inside man.
I don't know if they have an office in Toronto, but uh let me see.
Yeah.
I will look into that. Yeah.
Fernanda Torres is in a Best Picture nominee. That is I run out. I ran out of reasons, but those are enough. That's like 7 reasons.
Yeah.
So boom, Fernandez winning it. That's all we need to know. Oh, also, she's never competed with Demi or Mikey before, so we don't know what that result will come to. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And who her taking away votes from will benefit? Will it benefit Demi or Mikey if it's not Torres, which I think it is Torres? Excuse
Yeah,
me. Yes.
I agree.
I think it's actually hurting Demi. So I think this actually benefits Mikey quite a lot.
Yeah. All
Anyways,
right.
that's
Well,
it.
that was fun. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Kyle. And thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try and get this up as soon as possible, probably by tomorrow. Um, yeah.
Then one more
Definitely.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you think this will be higher ratings than last year's show? The ratings for last year's show,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, oh, really? Interesting. Higher than Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Well, I think there's been so much drama surrounding this that everyone's kind of um hearing about. Like people who don't even typically
They're
follow
even
the
like finish
Oscars.
explaining like the ratings and everything, but okay, you think it's going to be higher.
Possibly. I think the Oscars are kind of on an up right now from what they were a
Okay.
couple of years ago.
Over or under 23 million.
I think it's going to be like 23, 24.
Oh, wow. You're thinking a big increase. Oh, my
Yeah.
Lord. We should bet on this. You want to bet on this?
Oh, I
That's my
have
ratings of the show.
because I don't know anything
Okay.
about like views and stuff. I'm just pulling it out of my butt.
Back in 2019, that was the last major year. The Parasite year, 44
Yeah.
million people viewing it. Ever since then,
44. Wow.
no one watches the Oscars anymore. First pandemic year is like 11 million, 11.3, I believe, is the actual number. Last year it was 19.5. Are we ever going to see a plus 20 million Oscar season again?
Yeah,
Tristan's putting
definitely.
it at 24 million. I think if Barbie and Oppenheimer couldn't do it, I think it will be an increase. I think it would be just over 20 million. But I'm thinking like more like 21. So if you wanna, we should bet on this. 23,
Dude,
you take
do you
over, I
know
take under.
how many Brazilians are going to be watching this?
Okay, yeah, but like I think it only counts US viewership. I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm not betting on this because I have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you're not talking US viewership, literally the entire country of Brazil is about how many people are in Brazil?
Like I don't know,
I'm
like
going to say
100 million, I think.
80% of Brazil is going to be watching this. Brazil um population. It's probably a lot. 211 million. I'm predicting 230 million people will watch the Oscars. Because the 11
Okay.
211 plus whatever else.
There is going to be a noticeable increase because not because of the Brazilians, but maybe because of that as well.
Yes, it
But because
is.
of it's going to be the first year stream on Hulu, and that will also be counted to the Nielsen
Yeah.
numbers. And we saw with the Super Bowl that with Tubi, it boosted up the streaming numbers by like multiple millions.
Yeah.
So that's something that's of note.
I've been saying this for like so long. Once they finally put it on streaming, it's going to boost because people do care about the Oscars. It's just that like a lot of people don't have cable, and if they see, oh, it's streaming on Netflix, I might as well tune in. I think that's going
Yeah.
to be a factor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I interrupted the outro. Continue, Tristan. You were doing
Oh,
an amazing outro before I interrupted you
thank
with. I wanted to ask you a question about the streaming numbers.
thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will be back after the Oscars with our final season wrap up before we dive right in, probably the next week, to talking about the next year's Oscars, which we're gonna try and get that up super soon so that we can be one of the first. So
Yeah.
that's
It's gonna
exciting.
be intense. Will someone get slapped?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe will Fernando Torres win? Are we right? So you're gonna want to see our season wrap up because we're gonna divulge into everything that happened during that Oscar show. Was it a good Oscar show? Was it a bad Oscar show? What is our season review? And it's gonna be a good one. So Tristan, thank you so much
Yes,
for doing this with me.
thank you.
Thank you for being here. I love you. You're the best. Fernando Torres, we trust.
Yes.
Aye, aye.
All right. I'm
Hmm.
gonna end this.